From the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8.
Now, the latest news.
Kylie Conway has the latest news. The top headlines. News you can use.
Please stand by.
Sponsored by LCS Heating and Cooling. Now, here's Wish TV's Kylie Conway.
Hi, this is Kylie Conway, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 for Friday, October 22nd. Get your jacket handy and keep it with you for the rest of the day. It's going to be chilly. A few peaks of sunshine here and there throughout the day, but can't rule out a spotty shower through the afternoon. Highs are only going to rise up into the upper 50s. As far as your Saturday, some more rain chances, highs in the 50s to 60s. Millions more people can start getting COVID-19 booster shots. The director of the CDC is endorsing the use of Moderna and Johnson & Johnson boosters and a mix and match approach, allowing the use of different versions. Dr. Rochelle Walensky says eligible people can choose whichever vaccine they want as a booster. The CDC says people who got the Pfizer or Moderna shots are eligible for boosters 6 months after their series. Those who got Johnson & Johnson need only wait 2 months. President Biden expresses optimism while answering questions during a CNN town hall. The president says he believes that Democrats in Congress will reach a deal on his administration's bipartisan infrastructure package and a budget reconciliation bill.
I think so. You know, look, I was a senator for 370 years, and I was relatively good at putting together deals. I do think I'll get a deal.
Biden laid out what will and will not be included in a compromise budget measure that contains the bulk of a sweeping domestic agenda. He says the paid family and medical leave provision has been whittled down to 4 weeks from 12. It would also be reaching, he says, to include dental, vision, and hearing coverage to Medicare, a key priority for progressives. It's being opposed by Senators Manchin and Sinema. The president's working to include an $800 voucher for dental coverage and is still negotiating with vision. The Justice Department will now decide how to handle criminal contempt of Congress charges against Steve Bannon. All Democrats voted yes to the measure last night. 9 Republicans did too, including former Indianapolis Colt and current Ohio Representative Anthony Gonzalez. Lawmakers from Indiana voted mostly along party lines. 6 of the 7 Indiana representatives voted no to holding the former Trump advisor in contempt. Both Democrats voted yes on the resolution. Republican Greg Pence did not vote. His brother, former Vice President Mike Pence, was presiding over the vote certification on January 6th when the riot happened. Bannon is citing executive privilege for refusing to cooperate in the investigation, contending that his interactions with former President Trump are protected. The committee's vice chair, Liz Cheney, was one of the 9 Republicans to vote yes to contempt.
It reflects the fact that should not be a partisan issue and that people recognize that what happened on January 6th can't go uninvestigated, and that when Congress issues a subpoena, you can't simply fail to comply with it. He is clearly in a position to provide important information to the committee.
U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland will now decide whether to prosecute Bannon. He spoke to lawmakers Thursday ahead of the vote, saying the Department of Justice will apply all the facts and the law when considering the case. Police say one person is dead and another wounded after Alec Baldwin shot them on a movie set in New Mexico. It happened in Santa Fe as they were producing and shooting the new film Rust. A producer of the film says that Baldwin had a prop gun that with blanks that misfired yesterday, although police say they're still investigating exactly what and how this discharge, what was in the gun. According to Santa Fe deputies, Director of Photography Helene Hutchins was airlifted to the hospital where she died. The sheriff's office says 48-year-old director Joel Souza was also shot. It says he's being treated for injuries in Santa Fe. And developing this morning, tensions are escalating in Haiti. The leader of the Haitian gang that kidnapped 17 members of a missionary group, including 5 children, says he will kill them if he doesn't get what he wants. The captors have demanded $1 million per hostage. The FBI and other U.S. agencies are working to free the missionaries. A major milestone in the Gabby Petito case. The FBI identifies human remains found in Florida as that of 23-year-old Brian Laundrie. The agency says it confirmed his identity yesterday based on dental records. The FBI originally found the remains in Florida on Wednesday, along with a bag and notebook belonging to Laundrie. Local detectives also visited the home of Laundrie's parents before the FBI made its announcement yesterday. The family's attorney says they were notified that it was Laundrie, and now they have no comment at this time. And this morning, there's no word yet on how or exactly when 3 of the big cats at the Indianapolis Zoo came down with COVID. The zoo confirms its 3 African lions have tested positive for the Delta variant of COVID-19. 2 are said to be doing well. The third has respiratory symptoms. The zoo says the animals Zuri, Sukari, and Inzi had just gotten a vaccination for the virus 2 weeks earlier, along with dozens of animals at the zoo 2 weeks ago. They have not yet gotten their second dose. The zoo says its staff is vaccinated against the virus. And today is your chance to help the city sparkle ahead of the National College Football Playoff. Downtown Indy Inc. has 2 chances for you to help. It's all to gear up for January 10th. That's when college's biggest game comes to Lucas Oil Stadium, the College Football Playoff National Championship. Wish TV is the media partner of the Indianapolis Host Committee, which is working hard to make sure Indy spaces are in top shape for fans. Already on the championship's website, there's a long blurb about how great Indianapolis is, mentioning our stadiums, parks, walkability, restaurants, and bars. Downtown Indy Inc. is thrilled to have the game. They just want to tidy up before guests arrive. You can help today and next Friday. They're hosting Downtown Indy cleanup events. Today, they'll focus on mulching the flower beds around Monument Circle and Miles Square. And next week, they'll take paintbrushes to some of the peeling paint on railings and landscaping structures in downtown. Organizers say that they expect about 40 people to come. And you're welcome to join them. Check-in opened at 8:30 on the south side of Monument Circle. Cleaning starts at 9. It ends at 11:30, so there's still time for you to join in. If you're listening to this earlier this morning, they'll have shovels, gloves, buckets, trash bags, etc. for you, but you are advised to wear a mask. 10-digit dialing systems begin Sunday in northern Indiana for people in the 219 and 574 area codes. If you are a listener or a viewer in one of those spots, you'll need to start using all 10 digits of phone numbers, even local ones, when making calls. According to the state, the move is to accommodate the 988 National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Crime Stoppers is hosting its Community Shred It and Electronics Recycling Day this weekend. It's an event that happens twice a year, once in spring, once in the fall. People can donate to Crime Stoppers in order to get items shredded. The organization says that these donations are so important because Crime Stoppers relies on them to run its programs. It's $5 for a box of paper or $20 for an electronic. Phones are free to shred. The event's scheduled for tomorrow, Saturday, from 10 to 1. And we have a list of all the locations on wishtv.com. An all-time team great just landed a big honor, a Pacers, that is. The NBA put Reggie Miller on the league's 75th anniversary team. The Pacers shared a photo of Miller on social media, congratulating him and calling him one of the greatest of all time. The league's been revealing the members of the team over the course of the last week and broke the news to Reggie during a live broadcast. And to the Colts, the team is readjusting its strategy after a season-ending injury. We broke the news first on Daybreak yesterday that second-year safety Julian Blackmon is out with a torn Achilles. He suffered the injury during practice on Wednesday. It is a tough loss for the Colts defense because Blackmon was becoming a top playmaker. He had 27 tackles and 1 forced fumble already this season. T.Y. Hilton knows the agony of injuries and talked about Blackmon's situation.
Sometimes you just get the bad end of the stick, man. It hurts, man, because, you've been through so much and so much training in the off season. You never expect to get hurt, but then when it happens, it's just like, man.
Hilton is fighting back from his own injuries and left Sunday's game early with another one. This week, the Colts confirmed that fellow wide receiver Paris Campbell is most likely done for the year with a foot injury. And our team is trekking to California with the Colts to get you ready for the Sunday night showdown. Join us at 11 o'clock Sunday morning for Countdown to Kickoff. We will have a full hour of pregame coverage. And as always, switch to Wish after the game for live coverage. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 for Wish TV. I'm Kylie Conway. Online at wishtv.com and follow us on Facebook when you search Wish TV. Have a great weekend.
The News 8 Daily 8 is sponsored by LCS Heating and Cooling. Be sure to like and subscribe to this podcast on News 8 Daily 8 with Kylie Conway. And be sure to discover even more great podcasts now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.